Hey guys, welcome back to Shotgun Nation. Thank you so much for coming back down to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about Shockwave Technologies. First and foremost, thank you Shockwave Technologies for sponsoring today's videos, for sending all these items for review, also for sending the extra tank tops and the stickers. We will be doing a giveaway at the end of the video, so if any of these items that we are reviewing today might interest you, it would behoove you to stay around and find out how to be involved in that giveaway. So if you don't already know who Shockwave Technologies are, you might actually already know their products. Most notably in my brain is the Raptor grip here found on the Mossberg Shockwave, the 12 gauge, 14 inch non-NFA firearm that's available out there. These guys are very much responsible for that model coming out, as well as a lot of the AR-15 pistols. The pistol blade brace made that a possibility for a lot of people also. So they've been doing a lot of cool stuff for the industry, and I hope that they continue. Here is their latest offering. This is the Raptor F1 Forend. This is for the Mossberg 500, 590. They also make one for the 870 as well. But this is a glass reinforced polymer. You can see it's got an integrated heat shield which comes off. It does have M-lock slots, a total of 10. It's ribbed. It does have a front and rear hand stop. And on top of the heat shield here, you'll notice a rudimentary set of sights. This would be really helpful if you're putting this on one of those 14-inch non-NFA firearms that only have a bead sight. So that's a really, really cool upgrade for that. Also with those non-NFA shotguns, a lot of guys like to wrap their thumb over the barrel because there's not a lot to hold on to, and that helps mitigate the recoil. This will give you something to hold on to besides the hot barrel, so it is a really good item with a lot of potential. So we're going to test that out and install this today. Using the Forend nut removal tool, which is another offering that they have on their website. This one's made for 500 and 870. You can see the two different sizes there. And it also has a hole in here, so if you can't get it to turn by hand, you can stick a bar or a screwdriver inside and use that for some leverage to get that Forend off. So let's go ahead and demonstrate this now. So we're going to install the Forend on this thing. So first and foremost, make sure everything is unloaded. So to do this, you're going to take off the barrel retaining nut and the barrel. Now to get this Forend off, you're going to use the correct side of the Forend nut removal tool. Now as I mentioned before, if you can't get it to turn by hand, you move the bolt forward to expose these holes, and you can stick a screwdriver in there to get leverage on it, which I will probably have to do now. Works pretty good. So after that, you simply remove the Forend, slide it off. You will slide on the new Forend. Let me show you guys this real quick. Now to take off the heat shield after it's already on, you're going to press towards the front, which is the side with the singular sight. Press towards the front and lift up on the back. Doing it any other way could possibly snap these pieces off, compromising the integrity of the product. So don't do that. Now as I mentioned before, this is made for the 500 and the 590. They have one specifically for the 590, but this one goes for both. It comes with a spacer. So if you're unsure about what you're going to be using it on, this gives you more options. In my opinion, this is the way to go. You can get it all tightened down by hand, and that's all you have to do to really install the Forend itself. At this point in time, I'm going to reinstall the barrel, and then we will stick on the heat shield afterwards. Now to install the heat shield is very simple. All you're going to do is take these front posts here, stick them down and in, and then pushing on the back, press forward and then down. And it should come back into place. After that, right here is a small screw hole, which And that's it right there, guys. That's all it takes to install it. It's super easy. Gives you a heat shield. If you do decide to do the C-clamp, you got something to hold on to besides your hot barrel. And if not, gives you a good set of sights. We'll test those out here in just a second. But installation's super easy. Seems like a nice, robust piece of material. So let's put some rounds through this thing and see what we think. Well, it seems to work pretty good, and seems to look pretty good. What do you guys think about that? While gearing up for this review, somebody mentioned the fact that the sights being attached to the forend, and the forend wiggles around a lot, might cause an issue for the sight picture. So what we're going to do is test that. I'm going to twist it all the way to the right, and then twist it all the way to the left, and see if that causes me to miss my target at all. So you can see no matter which way I twist that, it hits right on target no matter what. So as far as a shotgun goes, at a shotgun distance, don't be slinging slugs up. So they also sent me over a forend for the 870. I don't have an 870, but I do have a Civet 12. This is from SDS Imports. It does take 870 furniture. And just to show you guys, the forend went on really well, just fine. However, because of the thicker steel receiver that this has, because it is a magazine-fed style shotgun, the receiver is a little thicker up here at the top. And so even after removing the rail, the forend will still hit the top of this receiver. Again, no fault of Shockwave. I'm sure it works fine on the 870 because their receiver is definitely not as thick. But it will go on 870 just fine. And I think it actually looks pretty good on the Civet 12 here. And let's install the Raptor grip and show you guys how that works out. It's pretty simple, actually. You're just going to take off the butt pad here. Alright, so let's talk about the installation of this Raptor grip. Apparently it comes in a Ziploc baggie, and I just tore it open. Oops. So to make this really easy for you, they give you this template here, and essentially you can cut it out, I guess, and put it around it. But if you line it up to the top and bottom of the picture on the inside, wrap this around, that will give you the placement, the holes that you need to drill. And the last item we're going to talk about here is the blade brace. We mentioned this earlier. This is the original 1.0 version. I wanted to point out that they have a 2.0 version out now. You can see it's much smaller in size. It also offers a feature where you can adjust, push this down and pull that out, and you can adjust it. Unlike the original, you had to have a tool to adjust it every single time. Also, they offer this in the 2M, which means that you can use the mil-spec buffer tubes, and then they also offer it in the 2K, so you can use the original KAK brace that was required for the previous. So they're always improving, always moving forward. So go check out their website. There's lots of new stuff that we didn't even get to talk about today. Well guys, I have to say that Shockwave makes some pretty solid products. They have for years, so I'm happy to get my hands on them today. And happy to test them out for you and show you. They install just like they ought to. They work just like they ought to. Every one of their product offers an advantage. Okay guys, if you want to know how to enter the contest, all you got to do is join our Facebook group. Go to facebook.com/groups/sluglife. And then also go over to Shockwave Technologies Facebook page and give their page a like as well. You do those two things and you'll be entered in the contest. You could possibly win any of the items that we reviewed today. The heat shield combo, the Raptor strap, the Raptor grip, any of the items that you saw today, they're all up for grabs and we're going to be picking winners very soon. So.